Hey girl, it's about time. Don't worry, I'm on my way.
All right, let's get started.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about Gypsy. You can't take that from me, Rose.
Can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
And I want to talk about how Dan Schneider is now suing the producers of Quiet on Set. Because you guys know I've been following that closely, so in this video, I want to react to an article that was written about his lawsuit. So if you guys are here for that, stay tuned to this video. So you guys know I've made a few videos about Gypsy Rose because I am kind of interested. Everything is with James Charles now. Why does everything lead back to James Charles?
Sookie called looking for him.
Sookie. I'm so over Sookie and her precious fairy vagina and her unbelievably stupid name. Fuck Sookie!
But speaking of fawning over Gypsy Rose, Alexis Oakley did it so much yesterday, it was weird. I'm gonna take all the TikToks that she made yesterday and see how many times she said Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose. Gypsy.
And I kind of feel bad even roasting her this way because she seems like she's a really nice, sweet girl. But the fact that she's friends with James Charles and she's fawning over Gypsy Rose, that's a red flag for me, you guys. She made so much content out of this whole Gypsy Rose thing, which is fine, girl, get your bag. But it was literally the same content. She went to Sephora and bought all these things for her. She showed herself buying them and then she unboxed it when she got home and she posted all of this in the same day. It was like Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose, Gypsy Rose.
Get ready with me to glam Gypsy Rose. I cannot believe that that's a real statement coming out of my mouth right now. I've been teasing all week that I'm glamming someone really exciting. A few of you guys have guessed it. Most people think that it's Hailey Bieber. You guys know Hailey has been my dream client for years, but honestly, Gypsy's pretty high up there too. We're actually both from the same hometown, Springfield, Missouri, which is so random and funny. I love that we're both 417 girlies. I've been going back and forth for days trying to decide what the glam inspo should be. As much as I think it would be hilarious to see her in a Lily Lash and full beat, I just feel like that's not Gypsy coded at all. But I also just don't feel like it would be an Alexis Oakley beat if she wasn't snatched as fuck. I just finally got sent a picture of what she's wearing and now I feel like I can really start scheming on the makeup looks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the last time I was this excited about glamming someone, but I am so beyond hyped. I can't even explain to you guys how antsy I was last night. I felt like a little kid on Christmas Eve trying to go to sleep. I am so excited. Today's gonna be so much fun. Make sure you guys stay tuned to see the final look.
I get that Gypsy Rose is the hot shit right now, but I just find it weird that people are treating her this way. Like, she's not God. She's not a social media influencer. She is somebody that murdered her mother, got convicted of it, and served time for it. If this would have happened back in like 1995, she would have got like a book deal or a movie, and that would have been it. It's just weird to me when people like Gypsy Rose are turned into stars. But my takeaway with this situation with Alexis Oakley and Gypsy Rose is, girl, if you are smart, Gypsy Rose, if you don't want any more bad press, please do not collab with James Charles because it feels like it's only going to be a matter of time. Oh, way. She killed this look and her mom. Oops. Served 2 times. Killer looks. This look is to die for. These people are just out of control.
Update.
So I went to post this video yesterday and YouTube was having issues with processing, so I didn't get to post it, and I'm updating this video now because there have been more developments in this whole thing with Gypsy Rose and Ryan. Now, you guys know I touched on them separating, but apparently there's been some beef between them with their dog Pixie.
Pixie, give me the controller back. Come on. Don't play silly. Pixie, come here.
And Gypsy is alleging that Ryan wants to get rid of the dog. He ended up posting 2 TikToks yesterday talking about Gypsy, and she responded to him in a comment on the TikTok. So I'm going to play one of the TikToks now, and then I'm going to read you guys the comment.
Hey guys, it's Ryan. Just wanted to say hey. Doing a video, my second video from home. Just hanging out, me and Pixie, enjoying the day. I've grown this out, if you can see. It's really dark. I didn't think I could ever grow one out like that, but it looks good. But anyway, just thank y'all. I really appreciate it. I've got a lot of sweet messages from a lot of people. I wish I could write all of y'all and say thanks. It means a great deal to me. Everybody wants me to tell my side, and that's all I can say right now. Dang, a lot's happened. A lot has happened. Just hanging in there, guys. Thanks.
Gypsy left the following comment on this TikTok. Tell them how you want to get rid of Pixie. I have the receipts. Funny how all you post is her and then you text how you want to dump her off on someone else. People will see who you really are soon. So I'm wondering, since Gypsy says she has the receipts, what's going to come out next? Is she going to expose Ryan? You guys are going to have to let me know down below. Now back to the regularly scheduled video. But you guys are going to have to let me know what you think about this down below. Do you guys follow Alexis Oakley? What do you guys think about her glamming Gypsy Rose and basically idolizing her? I just find this behavior to be bizarre. It's just weird. But now I guess we need to talk about Dan Schneider. Now you guys know I've made a few videos about Nickelodeon because I'm interested in that. I was a Nickelodeon kid. There's Disney kids and there's Nickelodeon kids. I was definitely a Nickelodeon kid, and once Quiet on Set came out, there was a ton. So there's no excusing it, so I don't even know why he filed a lawsuit. But let's jump into this Associated Press article. Now, as always, I'm going to link the article down in the description box if you'd like to read along or if you'd just like to read it for yourself. The headline reads, ex-Nickelodeon producer Dan Schneider sues Quiet on Set makers for defamation and abuse implications. Now, if you watch Quiet on Set, it gives off creep vibes, period. The article says, former Nickelodeon producer and writer Dan Schneider sued the makers of Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV on Wednesday, alleging the makers of the documentary series wrongly implied that he SA'd the child actors he worked with. Now, I watched this. I didn't see them say that just straight out. Was it suggested? Possibly. Could they have fluffed it up a little bit? Yeah. Do I think they did? Probably not. Schneider filed the defamation suit against Warner Bros. Discovery and other companies behind the series in Los Angeles Superior Court, so he's going after some money. Schneider, a former teenage actor, was a central figure in Nickelodeon's dominance of kid culture in the 1990s and 2000s with his work on the sketch shows All That, The Amanda Show, and Kenan and Kel, and as an executive producer on shows including Zoe 101, iCarly, and Victorious. And you guys already like the body check pictures. Do you guys remember that, like way back in the day when he had people sending him pictures? Dan is also the key figure in Quiet on Set, which aired on true crime cable channel ID in March, has since been streaming on Max, and has made major waves among Nickelodeon's former stars and viewers. It uses cast and crew interviews to describe the show's of young teens and toxic and abusive work environment that many said Schneider was responsible for. It also includes descriptions of SA of child actors including The Amanda Show and Drake and Josh star Drake Bell by crew members who were later convicted for it. I just thought it was so weird the way that Dan Schneider decided to address this with that guy that literally used to work with him on set. Like, why would we trust you? I can't even remember his name. And that was probably the most interaction that man. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that comes across as so insulting. The article goes on to say, but Schneider, who parted ways with Nickelodeon in 2018, said in the suit that the Quiet on Set trailer and episodes of the show deliberately juxtapose images and mentions of him with the criminal abusers to imply he was involved. Like, you may not have been involved, Dan, but you were there. Treatment and the things you said to her. So I don't think that that's a wild stretch, my dude. But again, that's just my opinion. Quiet on Set's portrayal of Schneider is a hit job, the suit says. While it's indisputable that the bona fide child worked on Nickelodeon shows, it is likewise indisputable that Schneider had knowledge of their abuse and was not complicit in the abuse, condemned the abuse once it was discovered, and critically, was not a himself. He may not have been, and I'm not saying that he is, but what I am saying is, if you guys watched Quiet on Set when they came in and they had people ask the kids if they knew what happened to raise their hand when all this stuff came out about Brian Peck, like, could you imagine being the parent of a child in that room right then and you not knowing that they were asking if your child knew some weird shit was going on with this weird guy they had on set and then just acting like it's not a big thing? I don't know. Like I said before, it's just suspicious. The suit names as defendants Warner Bros., Discovery, the parent company of ID and Max, and the show's production companies, Sony Pictures Television and Maxine Productions. Emails seeking comment from representatives from 3 companies were not immediately returned. The 4-part series suggests that Schneider's show had a tendency to put young women in comic situations with sexual implications and depicts him as an angry and emotionally abusive boss. That is an accurate representation. Everything that they said in that show, which I believe, if he did them, that would make him all of these things. He did have Ariana Grande sucking on her toes and pouring water on her chest. And he probably was angry on set. I can't imagine that there's not a producer out there that doesn't get angry from time to time. But there was a continued pattern a pattern that they showed Dan in this whole series about how you acted. It includes direct allegations of sexual harassment and gender discrimination from women who worked as writers under him on all that. They said he showed on his computer in their presence in the writer's room and asked for massages. Jokingly, they would lead to women's sketches making the show, which Schneider has denied. It also includes an interview with Bell in which he describes extensive and brutal by dialogue coach when he was 15 and with the mother of another girl who was abused by a crew member. After the initial release of the show, Schneider broadly apologized in a YouTube video for past behaviors, some of which were embarrassing and that I regret. So if you really regretted it, why did it take you getting called out to address it? Like, if that was something that you truly felt bad about, why did you not address this with these women? Like, can you answer that? Can you tell me why? Because if it's something that you regret and you can make amends for that, why wouldn't you do that? Oh, I know. It's because you don't care. You only care because you got called out on a massive scale. Let's be for real. The lawsuit says that the show, and especially its trailer, unjustly implicate him in by showing images of him, including some with his arm around young actors, over discussions of an environment that was unsafe for them. Do I live in the Twilight Zone? Is this even real? Crazy. Like, there's so many pictures of this man in the pool and hot tub with Amanda Bynes. There's so many people that have said that he would ask them to give him back rubs. You don't think that people should think that that's weird? Dan, do you think that you're owed that? Do you think people should do that for you? Girl, I am ready for that meteor at any moment. The suit seeks damages to be determined at trial for what it calls the destruction of Schneider's reputation and legacy through false statements and implications. And you guys, I wish a wish upon a star that I could get Emily Baker to cover this, because I would truly love to know her thoughts on this. I would love to pick her brain. Nickelodeon, which is not involved in the lawsuit, said in a statement on the series that it cannot corroborate or negate allegations from decades ago, but it investigates all formal complaints and has rigorous protocols for working minors. Our highest priorities are the well-being and best interest, not just of our employees, cast and crew, but of all children, a network spokesperson said in a statement. And we have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience. And that's the end of the article. I really can't wait to see how this is going to develop, but you guys are going to have to let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. I think this is crazy. Again, I think the Streisand effect is going to take hold and we're going to hear even more shit about Dan Schneider. It's not going to stop anytime soon. I just think it's a mess and he should have just left well enough alone. But with that said, you guys, don't forget to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about Gypsy Rose and Alexis Oakley. I really do think that James Charles collab is going to come out really soon. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts and opinions about Dan Schneider and this new lawsuit. Also, if you made it this far in this video and you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video. Leave me the nails emoji or the salon and spa emoji down below, because Gypsy Rose did get a makeover and she did look really nice. I hope you all have an amazing day and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.